the embodiment of what you're going through, it's no joke. The embodiment, I just feel that if people held the embodiment more sacred than what is plastered or painted, I think there would be a higher respect for self and one another that we couldn't negotiate, you know? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So the Hierophant just peeked its head. Yeah, man. The Queen of Swords, the truth. Your head's above the clouds. So you see through things right now. And the truth is the transformation. So we say we allow the truth to transform us. But the magician is the alchemist of the transformation. But if the magician is in doubt, hesitation, non-belief, or stagnation, then that energy can't be embodied. I feel like the wheel is on the bottom. You know, a lot of you were dealt a shoddy hand. I'm not gonna sit here and try to sugarcoat it. It's very clear. A lot of you went through trial and tribulation after and this and that again. It's very clear in the energy, or you wouldn't be working so hard to be rewarded within, to be rewarded without, because really all you've claimed for is a home to be about. And now you're really finding out what that is all about and what that universal connection is. The Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, man. It's like, okay, it's dead, done, and over with, right? I don't have to go back and play. I don't have to be that way. I don't have to feel that way. I see things in a completely different light of insight, right? And it's not because you're trying to push the bug, per se, under the rug is what they're giving me. It's just because you no longer play. You don't play in the sandbox the same way, right? The King of Pentacles, you're trying to build something physically substantial that connects with you in a very deep way. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is a huge financial planet in connection and in reflection with Libra too. The energy here, though, that they're giving me is what you're trying to build or create, or your castle that's in the background behind you, right? The earth energy to me is very stable. Logic, reason, strategy, knowing the seasons, know when to do something, know when to do that. I also feel this is Chiron and Taurus energy, where there's a lot of wounds that are being removed because they're no longer a part of you, that are starting to become your legacy, right? Your wounds being your biggest assets. And I don't, that sometimes sounds so, okay. I really feel like you guys know what I mean in that because sometimes it sounds so unclean in the verbiage there. But that's where you found your true sovereign being, okay? A lot of this did have to do with financial values of the ways that you believed and the ways that you thought about financial reciprocity and the way that you were enslaved to. You're actually realizing even the same pattern but showing up in a different way, right? We always say it shows up that way. It might be a different face, but it's very similar pattern and energy. You're having to look at those things on a deeper space to build the space that you're wanting to build. So you're doing this very earth energy is beautiful because it's creation. It's creation because it's air and water and fire put together to get earth. So it's built on a very stable foundation, okay? And when they give me the energy of built on a very stable foundation, this is something that the universe supports, your ancestors support. It's something coming through you, all right? It's a new type of avenue, of course, right? That was cute. Okay. Help you next. We're just going to turn that off. But this energy here is very ancestral as well. It's very supported by different beings at this time. Okay, whether you connect to cosmic layers, interstellar layers, physical layers. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So the pentacles here. Oh, that's cute. So there's 2 cards turned over. I started shuffling, and you've got the Sun and the Queen and the King. Did you... Okay, the King of Pentacles was on the bottom. These 2 were in the middle like this. I picked up the King to shuffle, and those 2 were literally already turned upside down where I pulled the split. Right there. That's where I pulled the split. So, now for those of you that are interested in relationships, okay, with the King of Pentacles on the bottom and the Queen and the Sun, this is giving me the energy that there's a union here that just hasn't physically begun. Okay? A union here that just hasn't physically begun. I feel like I need to pull this out. There was the Tower behind the King. So I feel like the logical... Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. There's separation here. It's very clear. Because they keep having me continue to separate this from the King and the 7 of Pentacles. This is all business. This is all financial. This is all stability here. This is the seeds of what you've... Okay, so these are the seeds of what you've poured into, of what it is that you need. There's a pentacle in between your feet, and I don't feel like you're recognizing that pentacle underneath your feet. Okay? That's the logical, that's the how-to. You haven't picked that pentacle up yet. Okay? It's just dropped before you. Holy crololies. You've got the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. And the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom behind it. There is a divine unionship here. Okay? Role reversal however you need to roll reversal. One of you has built something, it's very clear that you've been pouring your seeds into, that you've been financially moving into, whatever that is. The Sun is here with the Queen. Now, this is also giving me, for those of you that are not in a situationship, relationship, calling that divine union in, because I have to speak both things and both energies here. For those of you that are not doing this, it's where you're actually stepping more into your feminine vibration, which... allows those seeds that you've planted to actually come out to the sun and pick up this pentacle here. And that's the pentacle that she's then holding and stepping into. It's really also giving me the energy here that the Hierophant, the Blessing, and the High Priestess, whatever this is, you've been molded and shaped for this. That's what I can tell you. I can also tell you, for those of you that are not stepping or wanting into a relationship, that it's not even a business partnership. It's where you're releasing the stubborn energies of the foundation of the pentacles from the masculine patriarchy identity of survival here, of procrastinating, not doing what it is that you need to do, whatever that is for you, right? And for those of you that are not procrastinating, it's giving me of indecisiveness here, because you can't see very clearly that there's a pentacle that you could just pick up that's already grown, because it's already shown. The Hierophant and the High Priestess here is just saying, hey, yo, you've been training for this. You're now going to actually see a physical blessing come into your reality, which is this physical pentacle. And he's holding one physical pentacle, and she's holding one physical pentacle. That's the pentacle here at the bottom in between your feet. Okay? For those of you that are looking for unionship, okay, this is a divine connection that is, yes, a blessing, but it's something that was written way before you even knew, that is being brought to you. Business partnership, that's here too, okay? And it's like both of you, if both of you have two parts, of course, that are coming together, but this is more of a, I have this idea, I don't know how to execute it. Both of those pieces come together where two become one, the one become the sum. Okay, in the identification of the energy where you're not looking for relationship, this is on personal hesitationship is what they're saying to me. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you have something to work with right here, but you've been holding on to it. It's clear. Okay, this is a blessing that is physically coming out of the shadows that you're actually going to be able to see, that you've been feeling. Okay, and it's what this pentacle is coming from you stepping into more of the feminine energy of creation and embodiment, and no longer stagnation but enlightenment here too. What it really means to be enlightened and consciously aware. Okay, and yes, it is abundance and it is happiness, but it's very fruitful, and it's very connected in reflection here of many different things in digression. It's not just one thing. It's earth energy, so it's creation, it's water, and it's air, and it's fire here. And it's adorning that valuable, emotional, motherly vibration, but literally at the same time, the Gemini energy here that's being brought through in conjunctions with Uranus and things too, is giving me that you may have this very lovingly, okay, studious type of graceful energy, but it doesn't mean that you're going to bow or conceive to somebody else's truth or somebody else's belief until you get the what you need as embodiment for you, right? The truth for you. So it's bringing through a different level of type of discernment and belief too in you here, is what the energies are. And the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, right? It's a huge emotion, that many emotions and devotion that you've had to push through, okay, to have these breakthroughs. And this is putting you into that abundant, playful, in touch with creation itself energy. The divine itself with the Hierophant here is also, for some of you, letting go of religious beliefs and archetypal energies that just don't serve your true essence of value of what you see now, or what you believe being the high priestess that you are, because you can see through the veils and the curtains, right? And you are way more connected to the moon than maybe some of you thought you were. The pomegranates are a resemblance of abundance, but they're also a resemblance of the 3 levels here that you can move through or go through, because you understand that transformation from darkness to grayness to light vibration and lightness and grayness. And it's like just the transition of the levels here is what they're giving me. You are being blessed with a physical blessing upon the divine's request. You've got the King of Wands. It's lose control. It's the surrenderance of what we got. It's literally this card again that they're giving me. The alchemy of life cracked open. It's huge. It's surrender to the alchemy of life. You are coming out of the shadows. A lot of you are stepping into unionships that are business partnerships, that are soul vibration partnerships. It could be an intimate lover too, but it doesn't mean that. It just depends on where that fits for you. So I really wanted to break down the different parts of what it could mean for each and every group here in the collective. You know, this is you coming into union with something that's being offered to you. Kind of reminds me of the Knight of Cups that we saw earlier there. It's also you learning how to use your virtuous energy, is what was given to me. The King of Wands flipped out in reverse. This is no masculine control here. You're really in the flow of creative energy. To talk to me or jump into a private space with me, you're more than welcome to. Thank you for all your gifts, all your time, and thank you for all your comments too, and connecting in those reflections.